Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurum-militam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna-prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya De Satarine. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Taruvesha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam Pangum langhayate girim Yat kripa tamaham bande Shri Guru Deenatarinam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram. Hare Krishna. So last class we were discussing about how the sages were confused and the sages were confused, and we started learning about trying to compare with sages confusion to the confusion of Arjuna, and we discussed how the confusions of the sages were of a different category than the confusions of Arjuna. Anyone would like to remember and say how it was different and what we discussed? Yes, anyone? Give them permission. Okay, anyone? Yes, yes. Dandavat. Yes, accepted. Please go ahead.
So last class, Prabhu, in context of Canto 1, we are discussing the confusion arises with respect to Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. In the Bhagavad Gita, you told that Arjuna was confused because of something which is material in nature, and the sages were confused when they did the Yagga in the Naimisarana. After 80,000 sages, but they did not get any results after doing Yagga for many years, so they are confused. So their confusion with respect to the spiritual aspects, but Arjun confusion was with respect to material aspects.
Okay, so this is the first point. Okay, one point. Anyone else? First point, material and spiritual. Yes, Siddhurupa.
Yes, Prabhuji, at the same context you were saying, actually Arjuna's confusion was material in nature, that's why it's easy to seek help. But the sages' confusion was spiritual in nature, that's why it's not easy to seek help. And the other thing was, Arjuna was not aware of his duty, but the sages were fully aware of their duties, what they are doing. At that matter, they were very dutiful, but still the confusion happened.
Yeah. So the conclusion was that at any point of time we will be confused, and but the sages confusion required more humility than the humility of Arjuna. That means we were trying to conclude that as we go ahead in Krishna consciousness, we are going to be tested for having more humility if you really want to progress. Because in the beginning, what humility we had, and in the after spending 3, 4, 5 years, it will require more humility for us to go ahead. Everyone understood this fact? How many of you understood this fact? That in the beginning, because our problems will be more of a material nature, that's why, like the Arjuna, the humility will also be required less. But after spending 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, everything about Krishna consciousness will come to know. If we are asked to give a class, we will give a class. And then when the confusions are there, we require more humility to go ahead. Yeah, everyone is able to figure out and understand this thing. So this is what we discuss. So today we will discuss about a different topic related to the same topic. The first thing I wanted to tell all of you today, please be attentive, that Krishna consciousness is not a hit and trial business, right? Okay. So the first thing we want to discuss is that Krishna consciousness or bhakti is not hit and trial. I'll give an example. You will really enjoy this example. So when I had gone to Bhaktivedanta hospital, so there's one dietitian lady. So she was really concerned, ki Swamiji, Prabhuji, you have to take good food and everything and all those things. I said, I'm not able to digest only good food. And now you have to take dry fruits and everything. So she started telling all the glories of the dry fruits. Almond se kya milega, what you will get in almond, what you will get from this, what you will. I was just thinking, what all different calories, what all different vitamins are there. And then she said, there is one apricot. You must take it, Prabhuji. I said, okay, I'll take apricot. So apricot, you soak it and you take it. But the most important, how many of you know apricot? Okay. So most important thing about the apricot is you have to take the seed apricot, not the seedless one. I said, why? Now the seed is very essential part of the apricot. You soak the apricot in the night and in the morning you take the apricot and that seed you have to break, and inside the seed there is another some material, right? How many of you know that there is some material? If you take the seed of apricot and do like this, there is one tuck sound comes, and inside there is another seed. That seed inside one you have to take, Prabhuji. That contains vitamin B7, and it has nothing in this world has that vitamin B7. I said, okay. So then I started taking apricot, but the problem was breaking the seed. Like you break it, then how will you break? In the teeth only. You break it, all the outer covering will get mixed up with the seed, and then you have to search it. Your saliva is there, and you are able to understand what I am telling. Huh? And I was thinking everything I am able to follow properly, but this is little asuchi. It's like tamoguni type service. Take it out from the mouth and search where is the seed and where is the outer covering and take it. What not, Krishna, this body is so embarrassing and the doctors are really putting me. So it was very, you are able to relate what I am telling. Huh? Yeah, so it was becoming little asuchi, and I was always thinking how this thing can be little bit made properly sanitized or come to at least sattvagun. This is like tamasic, taking out the thing and finding out where is the seed and taking that. Then I realized that if you take that apricot seed and through hit and trial method, I realized that in one way if you break it, it completely comes out one single piece. And now I have become expert in breaking apricot seeds in the mouth. In the mouth itself, I can break, and the entire seed will remain, and that seed I can swallow, and the outer covering is thrown out. This is in 2-3 months I have become expert in breaking apricot seed. But this expertise will not come in Krishna consciousness through hit and trial. That is my point. No matter you spend how much years in Krishna consciousness, you will not be able through any hit and trial method find out how to advance in Krishna consciousness, how to advance in bhakti. You can become expert by hit and trial through all different means. Like sometimes we purchase a new smartphone. Through hit and trial method, we learn all the techniques of the smartphone, correct? But through hit and trial method, Krishna consciousness can never be learned, right? Krishna reserves the right of bhakti through hit and trial method, because bhakti is not jnana yoga, bhakti is not karma yoga, bhakti is not ashtanga yoga, bhakti is bhakti yoga, right? And because it is bhakti yoga, jnana, karma, ashtanga, maybe through some hit and trial method, you speculate something, find out something, you may get some conclusions. But bhakti, we cannot get any conclusions in life. We will not advance through this hit and trial method. And that is why the only way to advance in bhakti is this 6 exchanges that Rupa Goswami says in Nectar of Instruction. Nectar of Instruction is a book written by Rupa Goswami. There are 11 verses in that, and the first verse speaks about the qualification for advancing in bhakti. Second verse speaks about what destroys the bhakti. Third verse speaks about what increases bhakti, and fourth verse speaks about how we can increase our bhakti in life. Okay. Dadati Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dadati Prati Grinati Guhyamakhyati Prichati Bhungte Bhojayate Chaiva Sadvidhang Priti Lakshanam. Dadati Prati Grinati. Anyone else?
Dadati Prati Grinati.
Guhyamakhyati Prichati.
Guhyamakhyati Prichati.
Bhungte Bhojayate Chaiva.
Bhungte Bhojayate Chaiva.
Sadvidhang Priti Lakshanam. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Offering gifts in charity, accepting charitable gifts, revealing one's mind in confidence, inquiring confidentially, accepting prasad, and offering prasad are the 6 symptoms of love shared by one another, one devotee and another. In this verse, Srila Rupa Goswami explains how to perform devotional activities in the association of devotees. How to perform devotional activities in the association of devotees. So, how to perform? There are 6 kinds of activities one has to perform. First is giving charity to devotees. It's not that charity has to be given only to brahmacharis. Sometimes we have a wrong notion ki charity means or gifts means only brahmacharis have to be given charity. Giving charity to devotees. Here it is not mentioned giving charity to brahmacharis, right? Or giving gifts to brahmacharis. Giving charity to devotees. Whether it is brahmachari, grihastha, banaprastha or any ashrama, if he is a devotee, we must give some charity to the devotees. Accepting from the devotees whatever they give in return. They may offer something in return, so accepting that. Opening one's mind to the devotees and inquiring from them about the confidential service of the Lord. Honoring prasadam or spiritual food given by devotees and feeding the devotees with prasadam, right? So these are the 6 exchanges. Accepting gifts, giving gifts, accepting prasad, giving prasad, sharing your heart and hearing his heart. Okay. Is this clear? These are the 6. An experienced devotee explains and an inexperienced devotee learns from him. This is Guhyam Akhyati Prichati. Okay, so now Srila Prabhupada is giving the definition of Guhyam Akhyati Prichati. An experienced devotee speaks and an inexperienced devotee learns. Now you see, this verse is designed in such a way that how many of you understood? I made 3 colors. Okay, Sweta Mataji will see. She understood something.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, the meaning of this line, Prabhu?
Nahin. Okay, so you didn't understood. Okay, Vihari Govind.
In the sandwich in which the main most important thing.
So one Hari Bol for Vihari Govind Prabhu.
Hari Bol.
So this is the essential portion of association with devotees. And these two are that facilitates Guhyam Akhyati Prichati. We want to discuss about Krishna. We want to learn about Krishna. We want to share Krishna. This is the essential foundational relationship with devotees. And to facilitate that, we take prasadam, we offer prasadam, we give gifts and accept gifts. Otherwise, if the middle portion is missing, then how many of you understand that this is just a material relationship? Yes, and Srila Prabhupada writes the same thing. Okay, we'll go to little further part. Even in ordinary social activities, these 6 types of dealings between 2 loving friends are absolutely necessary. For instance, when one businessman wishes to contact another businessman, he arranges a feast in a hotel and over the feast openly expresses what he wishes to do. Yes, Udit Udharan Krishna, this is how business dealings happen. पहले उसको खिलाओ पिलाओ बिठाओ client को. First you have to take your client to Goa, and in the Goa you make him sit down and feed him, right, and make him drink and all those things. So he then inquires from his business friend how he should act, and sometimes presents are also exchanged. Thus, whenever there is a dealing of preeti or love in intimate dealings, these 6 activities are executed. In the previous verse, Srila Rupa Goswami advised that one should renounce worldly association and keep company with devotees. The International Society of Krishna Consciousness has been established to facilitate these 6 kind of loving exchanges between the devotees. So we need to understand that in ordinary dealings also these 6 kinds are explained, but what makes it special is when this one, that is the interactions between 2 devotees, become more and more spiritual. And for that spiritual interactions to happen in a very, very loving way, accepting gifts, offering gifts, giving prasadam, accepting prasadam is a portion. Otherwise, it will become a social fun club. Okay. So we will not go to accepting prasad and giving prasad. I think all of you are doing it well. If you are not doing, you can do it because it's easy. Okay. So we will be focusing on this. It's not third. This is third and fourth. The middle one. Okay. This is 1, 2, and 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Okay. So we'll be focusing on the third and fourth principle of Guhyam Akhyati Prachati. And what is the definition of Guhyam Akhyati Prachati? Srila Prabhupada is telling that an experienced devotee explains and an inexperienced devotee learns from him. Okay. So we'll focus on this principle. So before going to, so we discussed about how the sages were inexperienced, and how Suta Goswami was experienced, and there was Guhyam Akhyati, and there was sages were Prichati. Prichati matlab asking, Akhyati matlab explaining. So Suta Goswami explained and the sages were asking questions. Okay. So this is what is the context, and that's why we took this verse. Now the question is, the sages were confused, but though they were spiritually elevated, they were elevated and confused, still the sages had courage to reveal. So, and we ended our topic last class, how to get courage to reveal. Okay, yes? So another question is, before we can think about and discuss about courage to reveal, okay, one should understand that even if we have courage to reveal, the spiritual master or the person or the speaker should be confident, should have the confidence to reveal to you. See, here the word Guhyam is very, very important. What is meaning of Guhyam?
Secret.
Secret. And secret requires confidence, right? So generally we talk about courage to reveal, but we will be discussing in the next 2 classes how to get confidence. Because we are dealing with secrets, and secrets require confidence. And when we get that confident, we will be able to get the courage to reveal. Okay. So we will be discussing about 2 types of confidence. So we will be discussing about Guru and the Sisya. Let's speak about teacher and student, that is better. Teacher, student. So the first thing is the teacher should have confidence in the student. And the second is the student should have confidence in the teacher. Okay, so this is first thing we will discuss. This is second thing we will discuss. We will see how much time it takes to discuss both. So that will result in getting the courage to speak and getting the courage to reveal. Okay. So this is the two types of confidence we are going to speak. Okay. You see, so we will discuss now how the teacher gets confidence in the student, or how the student should behave, what should be the attitude of the student so that the teacher gets confidence. Okay, that is the first thing. Now you see one thing, a very essential principle, that in this world you would understand, and you would also have an experience about it, that no one wants to become a bad guy in someone's life. No one wants to take a role of a bad guy. Everyone wants to remain in the good book of others. Correct? How many of you understand? Everyone wants to, सब लोग मेरे को प्रेम करे, सब लोग अच्छे सोचे मेरे बारे में. No one wants to be in the bad book of someone else. Like in meetings also I see that is some disciplinary action has to be taken with some devotee. No one wants to do it. We know that this devotee is creating problem in the community, and he has to be informed, or she has to be informed. I would say no one will, theek hai, let us see what to do, how to tell. And then whole meeting goes on without a conclusion, that who will speak to that devotee. That this devotee has to improve because he is creating problems in the community. And I have seen last so many years attending meetings after meetings and meetings, and finally when the community members too much complain, and nahi Prabhu, this is really becoming, and it becomes now emergency, and in the emergency somehow or other we appoint someone and he goes and tells, but then also there are repercussions. But the point is, no one wants to become a bad guy. So we should first of all be very, very compassionate on the spiritual master, that he has ready to become a bad guy in our life, that he is actually ready to take that position of becoming someone's bad guy, and putting his relationship with someone else at stake. So that is why it is important that until unless we give confidence to the spiritual master, he is not going to speak Guhyam Akhyati. He is not going to reveal the secrets, right? Each one of us may have some things which we can improve in our life, but why the spiritual master will speak? Kya jarurat hai? Theek hai. Whatever he is doing, let him do. Whatever she is doing, let her do. Mere ko kya tension hai? See, one thing, another thing. So two things I said here. The first thing is, no one wants to be bad guy. And the second thing is, no one wants to interfere unnecessarily and waste his time. We are talking in context of devotees, good devotees. It is expected that the teacher is a good devotee. So the teacher has least botheration, theek hai, why to unnecessarily interfere? He anyway doesn't want. So that is why you need to understand that the teacher is not self appointed. The teacher is actually self recruited. The teacher doesn't become a teacher through self appointment. Oh, I will become teacher of such and such person. Such and such person recruits that person as his teacher or her teacher. Then all things will work. It doesn't going to work that मैं उसका टीचर बनना चाहता हूँ, क्यों मेरे को मन किया, सपने में आया, or whatever I got in dream or whatever. The teacher is not a self-appointed person. He is recruited by another person that you become my teacher and take me. And so long Arjuna was just speaking and didn't recruit Krishna as Guru. Krishna was just behaving as if he is a normal person. When Arjuna recruited Krishna as his Guru, then Krishna started speaking. So this is very, very important principle. No one wants to become a bad guy. No one wants to interfere and waste his time, energy, and in debate, arguments, right? If someone is not your student, why would you spend your time, beating your head? Or someone doesn't have that right attitude. So what are the different attitudes? Yes, anyone would like to speak? So I would like to first hear, then we will speak. What different attitudes? Attitudes of currently we are talking about the student, so that the teacher gets confidence.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So, Prabhu, the first and foremost is the surrenderness of the student towards the teacher.
Okay, surrenderness is a very abstract word. So tell about something which is okay. Surrender is a very one thing which is surrender. How do you understand he is surrender or not? That's the question.
By following all the instructions.
Okay, following the instruction. And that's a good point. Okay, following the instruction. Okay, anyone else?
Respect to the teacher.
Okay, very good. Respect.
Person should be grateful.
Okay, very good. Grateful. Anyone
and
else?
Ready to get chastisement.
Huh? Kya? Ready to get chastisement. Okay, ready to get chastisement. Okay. Okay.
मुझे टीचर में विश्वास होना चाहिए, बिलीव, भरोसा.
भरोसा. दो बूंद का किल्ली. भरोसा. ओके, भरोसा लिख लेता हूँ. हाँ बोलो.
What I say, the relationship between teacher and student has to be built up over a period of time. Then only that confidence between a teacher and student will come to its picture.
Time. Okay. Time is a good thing. You have to do something in the time, or just spend time, relation will be developed.
No, Prabhuji. That means it has to be positive time only in the moving in the positive direction.
Okay, good. So we spend something positively. Yes, Pavan Krishna.
If he is unable to follow the instructions, he should get back to the teacher and ask.
Okay, unable to follow, so he should get back. Okay, anyone else? Yes, next.
So the student should approach the teacher and not teacher running behind them.
Ah, okay, very good. So student should run. Okay. Run behind. Okay, very good point. Yes. Next.
Circles should have nothing.
Subkrishna is telling inquiring. He should inquire. Okay.
Guruji, if the teacher tells something, then if the student does and reports back, then the Guru also gets confident that he's
okay, he reports back. Okay, reports back.
Report.
Okay, what else?
Prabhuji, even if the Guru reprimands, the student is still calm and not be offended.
Okay. Very difficult to find such a student in Kali Yuga, but okay. Calm with chastisement. Calm with chastisement. Okay. Amazing. This point, if any student follows this, immediately next day we'll go back to Godhead. He'll be calm in chastisement. And so, sometimes if the student is calm during chastisement, the Guru becomes more angry. Arey kya tum sun raha hai, nahi sun raha hai tum?
But Prabhuji, important है, कई बार एक natural tendency होती है ना, कोई भी डांटे, थोड़ा अंदर से वो आ जाता है, गुस्सा आ जाता है. But एकदम गुरु के सामने रहो, थोड़ा सा काम रहो कि हाँ गलती हमारी ही है, होगी. That's it.
Okay. वो थक गया. सुकृष्ण बोल रहा है कि he may be calm because अरे गुरु जी का तो यही काम है, केवल डांटना. परेशान हो गया. अब मैं समझ गया. जैसे हस्बैंड वाइफ डांटती है, कभी कभी वाइफ डांटती है, सुन के ठीक है, हाँ ठीक है, पेपर पढ़ता रहता है और वो हाँ. तो यस, उदाहरण कृष्ण प्रभु.
Prabhuji, he should think that the Guru is my well-wisher.
Very good point. This is a very good point. Okay. What else? Okay, so almost is over. So now from all these points, I have. Yes. बोलो.
जैसे कभी क्या होता है कि if we are not clear or we do not again and again think about the benefit that Hare Krishna, am I audible?
No. I'm writing. You see whether I'm writing correctly.
Yes, Paul. If one disciple does not understand that actually it is the guidance of Krishna and he is trying to connect me with Krishna, then he cannot relate with the chastisements and different dealings of the Guru.
Okay, very good. So based on what you all said, so I have put 4 points. Okay. Yes, sincere and serious. The first point, definitely one devotee said, is respect. It's very, very essential. Guru is not our friend, so we better make our own different friends in Krishna consciousness and not make Guru as our friend, because sometimes we may think of dealing with Guru as friend or something like that, but we must understand we should always keep a gap of respect between we should never become too familiar with teachers. So for the friendship or what you say, that familiarity or jokes and humor, these are all may be important in Krishna consciousness also, but that is not to be done with Guru. That is to be done with friends, and we should never make Guru as our friend. We should always understand his Guru is not my friend. The Guru may deal with you in a very, very friendly manner, but we should never consider Guru as friend. We should have our own friend circle. We should always deal with friends in a friend way. But sometimes Guru may deal with us humorously or jokingly or something. Like sometimes I have seen my spiritual masters may deal with me jokingly, or they are in humorous mood and all. But I will not crack jokes with them. I'll be very, very, yes, I'll just listen, yes, 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 and smile and laugh and finish. I will not, what do you say? Sometimes you have seen in friends, the one friend cracks a joke, and then what do? You also crack a joke, and you speak something, and then the friend speaks something. This is not supposed to be done with spiritual teachers. So, or any teacher. Even if the Guru cracks a joke, we should never become too familiar. And we should always smile and accept and finished. And then, but remember what is being spoken. So there has to be a very serious gap of respect between the teacher and the student. Unless you maintain it, you are not going to get benefited in this relationship, because this relationship, the first foundational principle is respect. And generally, we give a lot of respect externally. We put Dandavat, and that's also very, very important, to give external respect. We should never feel lazy to put obeisances to Guru. We should never feel lazy to speak Dandavat Pranam or obeisances and all. We should never feel lazy. We should understand that is going to be the saving grace in my life. Better do it more. If we put more obeisances, it is better than thinking, okay, theek. So we should never become lazy in respecting externally the spiritual master. What are other aspects of respecting the spiritual master? Can anyone say? One is definitely putting obeisances or not becoming lazy to put obeisances and all. What other aspects are there? External respect. Okay, Udharan Krishna. Oh, no. We are talking about respect now. So we'll go about glorifying in it. External respect. No. External respect. Yes. Attentive. Okay. External respect. You're not understanding. Maybe you have never thought about it. Yes, Shama Priya. Your network is very bad, Santanu Prabhu. You go out and find out the right network. He's not able to hear.
Prabhuji, it's a way of showing that we are surrendered to them, or we are surrendered to them.
That's very simple.
Ideally, we should not sit when Guru is.
Yeah, we should not sit in the same level as Guru. This is the first very important principle. Okay, next.
Scripture also says about this कि जब गुरु गृहस्थ के घर पे आते हैं तब भगवान को फूल की माला अर्पण करके फिर गुरु को देना है, गुरु का चरण.
Okay, ठीक है. भगवान को फूल की माला देना है. We should give garlands. Okay, definitely. Okay, how to?
Whatever we are doing, we should stop at the time to receive and listen. Sometimes we are doing parallel things. Talking with him and also doing
okay
something.
So we should stop and receive. Okay, this is important. You see, one fellow didn't stop and receive his Balramji. What happened? How many of you know the story of Romaharshan Sutta? So there was one Romaharshan Sutta in Srimad Bhagavatam, the 10th canto. He was giving Srimad Bhagavatam class, and Balramji comes, and he doesn't get up from the seat, and receives Balramji. Immediately Balramji does surgery, body to neck surgery, full neck surgery, cuts and removes the entire neck from. So all of you, those who have not learned about Romaharshadam Sutta's story, you can ask your friends about this story or read from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto, Krishna book. So it is important that stop and receives. But I am looking for a very some other things which
Prabhu, doing the service which has been assigned by the Guru.
Okay, doing the service. Respect.
Prabhu, what I've seen, pehle to abhi nahi aati, wash his feet.
Okay, wash his feet. No, we are not talking about washing feet. Huh? Yes. Soft? Okay, we should speak softly. Okay, ठीक है, but not.
We should listen to Guru, not speak in front of him.
Okay, we should listen and not speak.
And Prabhu, we should go in front of Guru as a mode of servant.
Okay. Some practical things you have to tell. You're missing.
Truthfulness.
So one time,
Truthfulness.
Okay, truthfulness, that is internal. We are talking about external. So one time Srila Prabhupada, okay, let me tell you the story, then you will understand. One time Srila Prabhupada went to one African country and he was giving Bhagavatam class. Actually, before he was getting ready for Bhagavatam class, he took bath and he was searching for his dhoti and kurta. And his dhoti and kurta was missing. And he was searching where and somehow he found out in his bag another pair and he wore it. And when he sat down in Bhagavatam class, he saw some of the people wearing his dhoti kurta and sitting in the class. And Srila Prabhupada, a whole class he spoke on how to not use spiritual master's property and how to completely respect spiritual master's paraphernalia. So it is important that spiritual master's paraphernalia, we should not use it, and we should respect it. So this is an external respect mentioned in the scriptures, that we should not use the paraphernalia used by spiritual master ourselves until unless spiritual master gives us to use it. And even if he gives us to us, we should always respect it and not try to use it and we keep it, oh, I have been given a gift which I will keep it very, very respectfully. So we should not become callous with the gifts that spiritual master has given us, and we should preserve it very, 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 very specially. And these are like most cherished gifts that we should get it, and we should respect the gifts. So spiritual master paraphernalia and all has to be respected very, very strictly, very, very nicely. And definitely all other things what all of you said is give garlands and not sit in the same level, or not use the chair of the spiritual master, or not use the things of the spiritual master. These are all certain external respect that we need to give. Now what about some internal aspects of respect? Okay, so he is telling external also, we should not hear criticisms about spiritual master. Okay, that is the next point. Okay, what about some internal respect that we need to give to the spiritual master? Yes.
Instructions of spiritual master. We should follow the instruction of spiritual master.
Okay, we should follow the instructions of the spiritual master. So internal respect is something we will discuss a little more elaborately now. We should be ready to mold our convictions. And conceptions. Bruhi snigdheshu sisyeshu. We will see that in later part in the verses as we take. Bruhyu snigdhasya sisyasya. So this Suta Goswami, he is being glorified. So in this, we'll take this verse later on, don't worry. This is first Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, 8th number verse, where the sages are glorifying Suta Goswami. That why we have made you as our teacher, because you are snigdhasya sisyasya. So you see, this word is there, snigdhasya sisyasya. Snigdha matlab malleable. Malleable disciple. Not that if something has to be told, the person has to be, बहुत बड़ा meeting करना पड़ेगा, समझाओ, and then also he is not understanding. So ready to mold our convictions and conceptions. This is very, very important aspect of internal respect. If the spiritual master feels, इसको अगर कुछ बोला जाए, एक बड़ा मीटिंग करना पड़ेगा, डिबेट करना पड़ेगा, आर्ग्यूमेंट होगा, then finally he will come to agreement. Then who will waste his time? ठीक है, let you be convinced about your conviction. Let I am doing my own work. So if the disciple doesn't give that confidence to the spiritual master, yes, I am ready to mold, I am ready to change, please tell me how I can change, then only the teacher may agree to speak how we can change in life. So this is a very, very important thing. This is external, whatever we discussed, and also an internal, that we should have malleability. We should be ready to change. Now, how that will happen? The second thing which I have put is representative. This is very, very important. Sakshadharitvena samasta sastre uktastatha bhavyata eva sattvi. Right? The spiritual master is Sakshadhari. So Krishna speaks to us, Paramatma interacts with us through spiritual masters. And we must have full conviction on this when we are interacting with spiritual master. Even if spiritual master is making some humorous statement, if we understand he is representative, Paramatma is speaking something, then we will be very, very attentive. Like you will see a very interesting thing. How many of you have seen that Krishna or Srimad Bhagavatam speaks something, and there are so many acharyas who try to analyze and take out varieties of lessons from what Krishna is speaking, correct? Yes? When Krishna is speaking, the acharyas are thinking, like for example, I'll give an example where you'll understand. So when Putana came to attack Krishna, not attack, Putana came as a lady to give milk to Krishna, and then Krishna, in order to give confidence to Putana, Krishna closes his eyes and sleeps as if he doesn't know that Putana has come. And just that very act of Putana, that very act of Krishna closing eyes, acharyas have given extensive commentaries on why Krishna closed eyes in front of Putana. So similarly, just like Krishna's words need to be analyzed from different angles and derived different lessons, we must also be very attentive to hear the instructions of the spiritual master, and not just instructions, all the interactions that we have, we should really understand that whatever interactions, whatever instructions, we should understand this is arranged by Paramatma. And more we have this conviction, and more we deal in that attitude, more and more the teacher will get confidence to speak to us, and the Paramatma will get confidence. Guru is simply a mouthpiece of Paramatma. Guru is simply a mouthpiece of Paramatma. And we must have full faith and conviction. It is my Paramatma speaking to me through my spiritual master. And until unless we have this conviction, there is no point of accepting a guru. It is all an eyewash. And that's how our interactions, our instructions, we must understand it is arranged by Paramatma, and we must try to always analyze why my guru spoke like this. What he wants to teach me. So we should never become very casual, frivolous in our interactions with spiritual masters. We must understand that Paramatma is going to interact. And if we become casual and frivolous, then the Paramatma will stop interacting with us through the spiritual master. It is our attitude of how we become attentive in dealing with spiritual master. To that extent, Paramatma is going to talk with us through the Guru. Guru is simply a mouthpiece of the Paramatma in our life. And that's why whatever gurus we are interacting with the spiritual masters, what instructions we have got, we must understand that the spiritual master is representative of Paramatma in our life. Right? So why he said, what is said, so we must be very careful. Like I have seen, I'll tell you some examples so that you understand. I have seen, sometimes I may just make some passing remark, and the disciples should not take it passing remark, because I have thought a lot speaking about it. But sometimes the disciples, the student may be very inattentive, not understanding why this was spoken. I'll give an example. I hope Udharan Krishna will not mind. So yesterday we were in lift. He came to drop me in the flat, and in that lift I was talking with Sahars, and he was doing something. Kuch to banaya tha, and I said, oh, Sahars is becoming very scientific oriented like his father. And then Udharan Krishna Prabhu was telling, oh Prabhu, you can tell Sahars that he is chanting mein uska man nahi lagta hai. So I said to Prabhuji, oh Sahars, you ask Papa ki Papa ka man lagta hai kya? And all started laughing. But this is a humorous passing remark. Now if imagine Udharan Krishna really wants to take it as a passing humorous remark, then we'll be fine. But if he wants to sit down, why did Prabhuji spoke to me like this? Then he will analyze and think, oh, actually the child is supposed to learn everything from the father. And child is just an imitator of father. And if I as a father am complaining that my child is not putting his attentiveness in chanting, am I chanting? Am I becoming a good role model for my child? So the point is, all the interactions, whatever we have, if we just take it in a humorous way, theek hai, something happened, then it will become a humorous experience. But if we try to analyze why these interactions are happening, why, and not think these are all passing remark, right? Nothing happens accidentally with the spiritual master. We must remember this. So we should imprint this in our heart, that nothing happens incidentally when we are dealing with our gurus, because we must understand Paramatma is really trying to help us through our spiritual master. And that's why your strongest attachment, your strongest desires, innermost desires, which the Paramatma knows, will be spoken by the spiritual master, which you will not be able to believe. And if you are convinced of this fact, then you can take advantage of the spiritual master, and also you will give confidence to the spiritual masters to speak. Krishna gives X-ray vision to the spiritual master to take care of the disciples, provided we take help. Sometimes we may do an X-ray, okay, mera haddi toot gaya, and in the X-ray wo dikh raha hai haddi toot gaya, right? And the doctor is able to know, but the patient is not ready to put plaster. What the doctor will do? Tell me. So similarly, we must understand that in our interactions with spiritual master, we should never become casual and frivolous, and we should never think it as a passing remark. Any interactions, any instructions, we should keep it very, very cherished memories in our subconscious mind. And that's how the next principle which I have written is third, record. So we must try to record. If we are having a good memory, record in your memory. Or if you don't have good memory, try to record in your database. But we must record, and record trying to analyze why the spiritual master is speaking. And more we are in the mood of analyzing it and trying to derive good lessons from what he spoke, understanding that he is representing Paramatma in our life, and nothing happens with the spiritual master incidentally, accidentally. Oh, it just happened. Oh, the spiritual master spoke just humorously. Okay, he may speak humorously, but Paramatma is telling you, giving you lessons. He may be humorously speaking, but Paramatma is teaching you something. Try to learn that. And more we are serious. Spiritual master and teacher relationship is a very, very serious relationship. And we should never become casual and frivolous. And that's why we should record and remind ourselves regularly about what is being spoken to us. And the fourth principle is, some people have said, report back to the spiritual master how you are, what failures and success and all those things. What has happened and what is happening and all those things. So the principle behind telling all these things is that we must understand that forget about we getting courage to reveal. The spiritual master should get courage to speak to us, and he will get courage only when we develop this attitude, right? If we do not have attitude to improve, if we think, oh, I don't have anything to improve in life, then the spiritual master may not speak to us anything. Or if we don't report back, right, oh, something will happen, some big danger will happen, something will happen, then I will report back. And then the spiritual master may not speak to us, right? But understand, the Paramatma speaks to you through the spiritual master, and your heart's innermost, you see, last I will tell something. 7:36. The heart is called Guhya. Guha. The heart is called Guha. The name of the heart is called Guha. Another name of the heart is called Guha. And that's how Paramatma's another name is, in Bhagavatam this word comes, the another name of Paramatma is Guhasayam. Guhasayam matlab one who resides in Guha. So that means Paramatma actually knows all our secrets. And Guru is representative of Paramatma. So when he speaks, we must understand it is going to be difficult, because he is going to really attack right on the root of our secrets. He is going to speak in such a way that is going to attack our roots of secrets. So if we give that confidence to the spiritual master, we'll get help. We'll get help. So Paramatma is Guhashayam. He knows what is our innermost desire, what is attachment, and what does that. And that's how we get all the knowledge from Paramatma through the spiritual master. Now in the last 5 minutes, we will do another exercise. Okay, so the next question is, okay, we all understand the respect and being a representative. We record and remind ourselves regularly, and also we periodically we allocate some time to it to record and analyze, okay, what instructions I have got and how much I am following it, and we report back also. So why someone may not do these 4 things? Yes, anyone? Okay, Shyam Narayan.
Prabhuji, we may not have complete faith.
Yeah, very good. That's a very nice faith on what?
On the Guru. That he is
Ah, very good. That's a very good point. We may not have faith. Okay, that's a very good.
That we have nothing to improve on.
Yeah, we don't want to improve. That's a another very important point. We may not want to only improve. So why the spiritual master becomes a redundant position in our life, when we don't want to improve. Yes, Sunita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, sometimes we want to get rid of anarthas, but we know कि हमारा भी वो level है नहीं कि we are in a position to leave the anarthas. So हम उसको ऐसे
So we are attached basically to our material desires, correct?
Yes.
So we are attached to the desires. Yes. Next.
So maybe even if it is forcing or anything like that, so we are not in a position to leave. We are not in the level to leave that anartha. So we just.
Yeah, so we are not attached, but then Krishna Prabhu is telling, but at least we are ready to reveal that I am attached to this. That itself is a great progress. Okay. Okay, next. Anyone else? Bikram Prabhu. Yes, Bikram, please tell.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Dandavat.
Sometimes I think he is fearful for, let's say, the assignment or whatever, I think, the instruction which has
You are not audible properly. Can you put in text? We'll be able to read it. Okay, then we'll take someone else. Poonam Mataji, you put in text. Yes. Bolo. हाँ हाँ.
We think that we take our anarthas very lightly, and we don't see that other same devotees are also very much attached to the anarthas, so we take it very casually. That okay, maybe sometime later it will come in life.
So we take it lightly. Okay. Anyway, 7 billion people are attached to their anarthas. So I am one of them. So what's so great about it? So we take. Yes, Arijit. Prabhu ki jai.
Hare Krishna, वो maybe we are having faith, maybe we want to improve, but उसमें ये problem हो सकता है कि we are overconfident. मुझे लग रहा है कि मुझे पता है कैसे improve करना है, तो I don't need any help.
So we take the hit and trial method, correct? So I will do myself, and we don't need help. I am sufficiently in knowledge and how to work it out. Okay, yes. Fearful. Vikram Prabhu is telling fearful. We are fearful. Fearful of what? Okay, he will send fearful. Yes, Nishant, then Shyama Priya, then Nirakar. So many people are telling.
Procrastination.
Procrastination. Very nice word. Procrastination. Yes, कल improve कर लेंगे, परसों कर लेंगे, ठीक है, समय तो है ही, कल बोलते हैं, ये करते हैं, ठीक है, कल हो जाएगा, परसों हो जाएगा. This is a very nice thing. That really definitely. We try to postpone our spiritual advancement. ठीक है, कल कर लेंगे, आज थोड़ा सा एंजॉय कर लेते हैं, परसों कर लेते हैं, परसों कर देते हैं, एंड देन परसों तरसों होके कभी नहीं आता. Yes, Shyama Priya.
Prabhuji, when our Guru gives us the instruction, we don't understand the graveness of our situation. Like we must be in a bad situation, but we don't understand that and we take it lightly.
Okay, we don't understand the gravity of the situation. Okay, next, Pavan Krishna. Yeah, we may not, we may have image, or we want to be in the good book of the spiritual master, what the spiritual master will feel about me and all those things. Okay, next. Yes, Nirakar.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Dhanarana. Prabhuji, but I feel our spiritual progress through continuous interaction with the Guru, that we are not able to properly analyze ourselves. So that may be a stumbling block. So we should analyze our spiritual progress through interaction. Okay, so we are unable to analyze ourselves only. We are thinking we are greatly advancing, but actually we are not. So sometimes that is also a problem. Yes, fearful of relation and image. It's written. Yes, Udharan Krishna.
Prabhuji, this happens with me generally. I don't know if it's right or not, but it's happening in my mind says, okay, I have done so much compromise. Why I need to do more? Already done so much. I have seen like my friends. I've left all the material things and all. Already I've done. Why is more and more?
Yeah. So अभी बहुत कर लिया. अभी थोड़ा सा अभी धीरे करते हैं. फिर no more. And little later we will do more because we know that if we go, then again we have to compromise with our material desires. So we don't want to compromise with our material desires. So we compromise with our relationship with Guru and spiritual life and everything. Okay, that's a nice point. Yes, yes, Santi Mataji.
Pranam Guruji.
Yes.
I don't want to reveal it through secrets.
We don't want to reveal our secrets. Why we don't want to reveal our secrets?
Out of shame or...
Shame. Yeah, this is a very important aspect that
or don't want to accept that this is a mistake.
Yeah, so that's but shame is also a very important aspect to be taken care, right? That it is said, na, if you want to go to a doctor to get treatment, what we have to do? Anyone knows? Anyone knows?
Tell the truth.
Huh?
Don't hide, tell the truth.
Without hide, tell the truth, and then only you will get the benefit. So if we are having shame in dealing with the spiritual master, then we may have the problem. And there is something fearful of becoming redundant. Okay, fearful of becoming redundant, fearful of the relationship. My relationship with spiritual master should not go away, and it should not get strained if I tell all these things and all those things. We don't understand the mood of Guru. Okay, let's not go to mood. Let's discuss about practical things. Okay, so point is, I have written down all of your points. Okay, Prashanjit Prabhu has raised some hand, very important hand. Let us hear from him. He looks like in Govardhan he's sitting behind the grass of Govardhan, the grass, and now cows will come behind and eat. Yes, please tell.
Sometimes क्या होता है कि हम गुरु को अपना डिसीजन बता देते हैं.
Okay. So we tell the decisions to our Guru instead of asking instead of discussing with him. So we don't discuss, and we'll. So what I'm going to do, all of you, for all of you, is that I'm going to write down whatever all of you only has said in the class in a nice format in a paper, and send to all of you as a subject matter for discussion in your reading groups. So how all of you think, what practical things all of you can take so as to improve. So that is going to be one of your assignment. Okay, and in the assignment also I am going to give another section which all of you have to read from Bhagavat Mahatmya. Srimad Bhagavat Mahatmya is a book that comes from in one of the Puranas, not this Padma Puran wala, it comes in Skanda Puran. Okay, so I am going to put 4 kinds of good hearers and 4 kinds of bad hearers. So you are going to read that also in your assignments. Okay, so now we'll take some questions, and the next class we will be talking about the other part, how the student feels confident in the teacher. Okay, yes, anyone has any question? Okay, yes, some questions have come. Yes, Syam Narayan.
Sometimes Guru gives us order, like if we are standing in front of him, he says sit down. So at the same level we have to sit. So in that situation we should follow the order, or what should we do?
We should follow the order. We should simply follow the order. Yes. Sure. Next, yes, Ashit Prabhu ki jai.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji Nandavat.
हाँ बोलो.
Prabhuji, it is written by Kushal Prabhu. Sometimes we.
Where Kushal Vihar Prabhu is available? Okay, one may consider Guru an ordinary human being. Very good, very nice point. That we have mentioned, na? He is the representative of Paramatma.
Yes, Prabhu. Guru is a representative of Paramatma. Unless we are not, I am not giving importance to my neuron, to my brain, I will not receive Guru as Paramatma. But Prabhu, there is at a level, my spiritual master is a representative Paramatma. I will go to that level, extent level is my spiritual master is Paramatma.
So that's what you are all going to discuss in the group meetings. And you are going to come up. I will going to give some presentation. So that's what the assignment will be. So all of you are going to do it in book reading groups. I'll give you some different tasks, and you are going to come up in the class you are going to present. Okay, so this is a task which you have to discuss with Kushal Bihari Prabhu in your reading group. Okay, so I have sifted the problem to the reading group. Okay, yes. So Guru is definitely not an ordinary human being. He is an ordinary human being, but he's empowered. He is empowered when he is dealing with his disciples, when he is dealing with people, and sometimes Guru may speak such things which would be really bullseye to our life, provided we take it seriously, attentively, and he knows exactly where is our problem. Where is he may not speak, like sometimes I may know exactly where is the problem with this person, but I may not speak. Why I have to speak? Because sometimes we may not feel confident to speak about that to that person, because that person may be not ready. He may be very attached to his that thing. So that's why we may not speak. But the Guru is empowered by the Paramatma to understand where is the problem. Okay? Yes. Yes, Santi Mataji. You have some question. Yes. Tell Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. When I do japa, I feel it is very mechanical. How much ever I try to avoid the cinema which is running in my thoughts. Two times, okay, I can understand. I try to focus on the meaning which you teach and focus. Third time again, the cinema starts. How to improve my japa?
Yeah. So you were arranged marriage or love marriage? Sorry.
Arranged marriage.
Very good. So you will be able to understand what I'm saying. So when we are having an arranged marriage, when there is no love and we have not met the husband and all, and then we got married. So in the beginning of our family life with the husband and the new family, that all, a lot of memories of our previous father's family, my sister, what they would be doing, father what we doing, keeps on continuing doing as a cinema when we are doing things in our in-laws, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So when we are talking with our husband also, we are remembering, are kaun hai ye, my father was so good, and my father would, imagine you ask something to the husband and the husband said, nahi, abhi to paisa nahi hai, money is not there, we'll get something. And then immediately you remember father never spoke about like this. Huh? My husband told, no, my father was so nice. So all this cinema, when we come to an in-laws house and try to develop a relationship with our husband, and we don't have love and it's an arranged marriage, all the cinema of your past experiences in your family life, previously in father's life happens. So exactly in the Krishna consciousness also, we are having an arranged marriage with Krishna through Guru. And love will come through service. So love will come slowly as we chant, we take the commitment. In the beginning, in the first day of the marriage, the arranged marriage, the lady is not expected to love the husband with a lot of romance and ye, wo. She may be constantly thinking about her father's family, her family, and how she left and all. Just see this husband, I did so much of sacrifice for him and he is not understanding me. But as the lady continues to do service, she finds attachment and she finds love and she finds good qualities in the husband, and slowly she is ready to stay on peacefully and serve nicely. Exactly in the same way we have been doing so many activities in the material world. Krishna is our husband. Krishna is our real husband. Krishna is called Sattvatam Pati. He is the husband of everyone. So, but we have forgotten our husband and trying to live in this material world. It's natural because of the arranged marriage. It's not that we are feeling romantic about Krishna. None of us. We do not have love for Krishna. We need to accept this fact first, that I do not have love for Krishna. And because I do not have love for Krishna, chanting is going to be a burden. Because I right now do not have love for my husband, so doing some service in in-laws' house is going to be a burden. I am going to remember my father's house because it's arranged marriage. But what's the solution? If I continue service, so if I continue chanting with commitment, even if the cinema comes, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, yato yato nischalati mana durni graha chalam. So wherever the mind goes here and there, please bring it back again to my holy name. So you keep on bring it back, you will see slowly, you will start developing love for Krishna. So our relationship with Krishna is an arranged marriage, arranged by the Guru, who is the mediator between us and Krishna. And we must understand that this is natural, that because we do not have love for Krishna, the cinema of our material life will keep on going on. But slowly the cinema will reduce and Krishna will sow his cinema, Vrindavan cinema. It's going to come for sure. And some practical tips you can do is that keep Hare Krishna Mahamantra in the front, keep Radha Krishna picture in the front, and see the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, take darshan of Radha Krishna. So in that way, keep an altar in front of you and see the altar, take darshan of Krishna. So naturally remember more Krishna while chanting, right? So cinema is going on, but if photo is there, then that photo will help you to get rid of that cinema within. Yes? Did you understand the example? Arranged marriage, love marriage?
Yes, Guruji.
Oh,
Perfect.
Good, very good. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes. Yes, Bihari Govind. Bolo.
Guruji, regarding the external aspect, the first point was on paying obeisances. So on paying obeisances, many times it happens for me that I forget to pay obeisances, and then later on I remember and I feel bad why I didn't do. And then but the mind keeps telling, oh, you already felt you were feeling to do, but because of the place or time or things like that you missed out. It's okay, and that happens with Guru and especially with many of the devotees.
And that's why we have to become very attentive with when we are dealing with Guru. That's why I'm telling, we should not become very frivolous and casual with the spiritual master. So we are forgetful means we are taking it casually. So there is no question of forgetting. We must, like you see one Indra forgot to pay, get up only, forget about obeisance, get up only when Brihaspati came, how much problem happened. So we must put danda, forget about Guru whenever we go. Like yesterday we went for the meeting, almost like we went at 2 o'clock and meeting was till 7 o'clock, 5 hours of rigorous meeting. But before meeting we paid obeisances, during meeting, after meeting we paid obeisances. This is something which should come in our system. As Vaishnavas, paying obeisances should come in our system. And we should make it a habit of paying obeisances. It's not that, and we are forgetting because it has not come in our habit, and we should come in our habit. As soon as we enter, like yesterday I entered the room, immediately you pay obeisances, immediately. So it's an habit only, right? So we should make Vaishnava etiquettes as our habit, and slowly, because it's a habit, you'll ask the next question, Prabhuji, now habits say we are putting obeisances, but we are not thinking about what we are doing. Just it has become a habit, monotonous activity of paying obeisances. But at least we start making the habit. And whenever we remember, we pay obeisances. Whenever we remember, that time we pay obeisances. Sometimes we forget to give garland to the speaker only, right? And in between 15 minutes have passed in the class, then we remember, arey garland to idhar hi pada hua hai. Immediately at that time only we should give the garland. Even if it is a shameful affair that we forgot to give garland, but we give. Sometimes I go to some places that don't give garland only, they forget. So this is like severe inattentiveness. I don't remember any time whenever I called some speaker or something, I forgot to give garland only. That means the managers have no attentiveness of what is happening. If they are not getting garlands for the speaker, that means they are very inattentive. about what is happening. They are very casual and frivolous. Spiritual life, if you are becoming casual and frivolous, you will not advance in Krishna consciousness, right? You invite someone to speak and all, you must give respect, and this should come in our system of giving respect, giving garlands and ensuring that water is there and seat is comfortable. All these are basic things, right? Many times I have seen in our events and all, I have to, because I know when I come, they don't give garland. I am so fearful that, they should keep the garland at least whom I am bringing, right? So I will doubly ask, the managers, ki, "Arey Prabhuji, garland hai na?" Even if, imagine I am coming and garland is not there, theek hai, to some extent there is no problem. But I invite someone and to the class, imagine Maharaj is coming next week, Maharaj is coming, Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj. So I am doubly sure, I call them, whoever, Prabhu, garland rehna chahiye, because many times I have seen garland only is not there when I am giving class. So that means we are taking things very casually and will not advance. We are not going to advance in Krishna consciousness. And so we have to take it in our habit, not just about Guru or anyone. Anyone, we go anywhere, meet anyone. Some brahmacharis go out and come back. When they come back, we meet for first time, we should pay obeisances. Oh, Prabhuji, where you had gone, and we should pay obeisances. This is Vaishnava etiquette, right? So if we have to learn it, we have to put it in our habit, and when put in habit, we will not miss it. Okay, like Karan Prabhu is out of Calcutta. When he comes back, it's important the first time when you meet him after he has returned back, it's important to pay obeisances. You understanding? Vishnu Priya has gone to Delhi and now coming back, she will come back. So when you see first time, we should pay obeisances. So that's the etiquette. You put it in habit, it will come. Okay, is this clear? Next, yes, Santanu Prabhu, Arijit Prabhu, Sri Rupa Mataji. Okay, 3 questions.
Yes. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Am I audible?
Fully.
So, Prabhuji, one question. Actually, when we somehow get the courage to tell our shortcoming and seek guidance from the Guru, and then we are instructed accordingly. So either of 2 cases may occur. First is that we follow and we fail, because that is natural to fail, because we cannot completely follow. But then when we fail, then to the mind mostly tells that actually I have to follow it. The same thing, it already has been instructed. Then what is there to again ask and bother, and same thing the Guru will tell again. So what is there to tell? And if we don't follow and fail, many times we don't because of procrastination, mainly in my case, we'll do, and then we fail and we land up in problem. And then mind tells, you have not done only. Then what is there to tell? You first do what was told, and then you, otherwise same thing Guru will tell you didn't follow only what I said. And if you follow and fail, then the mind tells again you have to do that only. The instructions are already, the set of instructions are given. You try to do that, and I hope.
So whatever your mind is telling, you report that. That's the point of reporting. Guhyam akhyati pritchati means revealing your mind only. Your mind is telling all these things, whatever you told, all these things. So this is what you report. Ki Prabhuji or Guruji, you gave all these things, and when I am following, I didn't follow it, and then I failed, and when I failed, mind was telling all these things. So report. If you have nothing to report, report your mind. You understanding? Guhyam akhyati pritchati. Guhyam matlab your mind. You report your mind. Understand? It's not about report. Report doesn't mean give report of your mind. That possible?
Yes.
Well, even if you get success, get failure, whatever, you just report your mind.
So we feel that we have to report when we have done whatever is told.
No, not necessarily. Just report. Okay, yeah, next. Yes, Arijit Prabhu.
हरे कृष्ण।
हाँ बोलो।
हम लोग ये we are saying that we have to reveal. प्रभु जी मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि what is the criteria of the selection of the points कि मुझे ये रिवील करना है, बिकॉज मतलब ये भी नहीं होनी चाहिए कि ज्यादा पॉइंट में बता रहा हूँ तो ये मे बी ओवर ये हो जाएगा। तो are you getting my point, Babu? What I am saying? Because last week one thing you said, I think it was the question of Udaran Krishna Babu कि कहाँ तक मतलब क्या करना है, तो you said कि जहाँ पे आपका chanting effect हो रहा है, that point should be revealed. So this is the only criteria or any other thing? मतलब कहाँ तक बोलूँ मैं?
First thing is that we should time and again go back to the spiritual master and ask him how I can improve in my Krishna consciousness. That is the first thing we must always do. That what do you think that I can improve in what way? So that's the first and most important thing that we should discuss with the spiritual master, how I can improve. If we do not have that question, how I can improve in Krishna consciousness, or we may be thinking I have already improved in Krishna consciousness. Now, if the spiritual master doesn't have a time, that's a different thing. Or he's not ready to give time, or that's a different thing. But if you are fortunate to have someone in your life, and we must inquire how I can improve. How many of us come and ask this simple question, how I can improve? And second thing is that whether I am giving that confidence that my spiritual master can reveal in truth how I can improve. Sometimes the spiritual master knows how he can improve, but he may not speak because why to spoil my relationship? Okay, let him not improve and let me not speak. You understanding? So we need to ask how we can improve, right? But if we are convinced that I have already improved a lot, so and that reporting should not happen. Okay, when I will think, we can report always, maybe in 15 days, 1 month, whatever it is. Okay.
Okay,
yes. 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 Siddhi Rupa, Bolun. Yes.
Some of the months ago, I read something in social media, and that was said by some of the senior disciples of Sri Nitai from Guru Maharaj, and that was regarding the bike accident. मतलब अभी आजकल devotees bike मतलब like when they are driving two wheelers, accidents are happening frequently.
Yes.
And he said, the disciple who wrote it, he said कि multiple times Guru Maharaj alerts this, devotees should not ride two wheelers. Now devotees are so callous, they do not hear the instruction of spiritual master. That's why Guru Maharaj also, he is not saying, he is not instructing. So Prabhuji, that thing hits me a lot. मतलब मेरे माइंड में दो क्वेश्चन आया। एक क्वेश्चन है कि प्रभु जी like in Vaishnav 10 aparadhs, we read the third one is the most serious aparadh, which is not following the instructions of spiritual master. If I am not giving option to my spiritual master to instruct me, and somehow or other, if spiritual master is not instructing me, obviously I will do something wrong. So that case also comes under Vaishnava aparadha or not. And second thing is, sometimes we don't know only what we are doing. What is the fault in me? That's why my spiritual master is not giving me instructions. So you can please enlighten me.
So the point is, as our some devotees said, that it takes time for the spiritual master to get confidence in us. We must understand that so your attitude, right? You cannot force your spiritual master to tell you something. कि बताओ कैसे improve करना है. So your attitude will tell. If you have the right attitude, then the spiritual master may tell how to improve in life and what to do and what not to do. So we need to have the right attitude in Krishna consciousness, and these are the attitudes which we discussed. And in the book reading group, we can I will write down all the points, and you can discuss further, and we can again further discuss after you have discussed in book reading group about how to develop a more confidential relationship with the spiritual master. So one has to develop a more confidential relationship with spiritual master, not a very casual relationship. It's not a casual relationship, it has to be a confidential relationship. So how to develop that? So we all can discuss more. I can understand your question, but we need to spend time. You cannot force your spiritual master. Please tell me. If he is not feeling confident, nahi bolne se kyun bolu main? So based on your what experiences you have given, the spiritual master may feel confident. So you have to improve your experiences with him. Understanding? You cannot force a person. Okay, next. Yes, Sunita Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, we are supposed to, as a devotee, we have been told to take the anxiety, like we do seva, and we are supposed to take anxiety of the Guru. So, at times we hesitate to share our problems or whatever we are facing or progress with you, कि हम क्यों अपना प्रॉब्लम लेके प्रभु जी को आप परेशान करें. So that is always there to reach out to you.
So if we don't give anxiety in this way, you will give anxiety in much more bigger way later to the Guru. By going out of Krishna consciousness, by doing something wrong which may trouble the other devotees. So better to give anxiety in a smaller way to avoid giving anxiety in a bigger way. Sometimes when devotees come to Krishna consciousness, the Guru feels that he is like child. And then if the child leaves Krishna consciousness, the Guru feels like, what he will do, why he left, I could not take care. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when a person would leave the Gaudiya Math, would cry. Why this person left and how I can help him. And he would try so many means to help him, send some devotees to him. Srila Prabhupada would cry. So sometimes if we are not ready to give small anxiety, later on we'll end up into giving more bigger anxiety to the Guru by leaving or, so we need to understand that the Guru has taken that role to take anxiety. We do not have to too much think that if he has taken the role to take anxiety, let him take the anxiety. I take some other anxiety. Right? Everyone has taken some service. Like for example, from temple side, you are doing the service of doing architect and all, because you are good in it. Right? But if the temple feels, why to give anxiety to Sunita Mataji? Then the service will not happen. So understand that someone is competent to do certain things and he has to take anxiety, even if he is competent. You are competent in doing architect work, but that doesn't mean that without taking anxiety you can do that architect work. You have to take some anxiety. So that anxiety is an expression of Guru's service to his spiritual master. Right? So by not revealing our problems, we are not allowing the Guru to serve his spiritual master. So we should understand that we may think that it may give anxiety, but that's what it is, his service to Srila Prabhupada. I tell my problems and he solves my problems, and that is his service to Srila Prabhupada. So he will feel encouraged that yes, I got some opportunity to serve someone, help someone. And then in other ways, we can relieve the anxiety of the Guru. Okay, my Guru is relieving my personal problems. So let me help my Guru in relieving his institutional problems and the problems in the mission and all. In that way, it's a symbiotic relationship between the Guru and disciple. So the disciple gives anxiety in terms of his personal life, and the disciple takes anxiety in terms of the mission of the Guru. Right? So much anxiety the disciples of Srila Prabhupada would give to Srila Prabhupada in terms of their personal problem, this problem, that problem, this, ye, wo. But they would take up the mission of Srila Prabhupada and ISKCON very seriously, that we need to do something for the society, for the humanity, bring people to Krishna, how much they would give. So it's a symbiotic relationship. It's not that only Guru takes anxiety, the disciple also takes anxiety. Right? Both of them take different anxiety. Is it clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So we have got parampara of anxiety. And anyone who surrenders to this parampara will get the anxiety. Right? Yes, Selja Mataji. Udharan Krishna. Yes.
Like Guru is a representative of Krishna. Whatever he says, that we should follow heart and soul, but it doesn't happen, Prabhuji, many of the time. Our mind becomes our, मतलब वही में हमारा सबसे बड़ा अच्छा गुरु बन जाता है, और हम सोचते हैं प्रभुजी ऐसे ही कुछ बोल दिए, मजाक में कुछ बोल दिए, उसको सीरियसली नहीं लेते हैं बस.
Yeah, so that's why whenever we are interacting with the spiritual master, we should be attentively recording them, and if we record, or if it's just a casual interaction, that also we should record in our mind or write something. So more and more we are attentive about our interaction, more and more we'll get rid of it. So what more I can say? Because ultimately, if mind is coming within the disciple and the Guru, so we have to be more attentive. And
ऐसे कन्विक्शन कैसे है प्रभु जी कि वो भगवान की वाणी ही है बस और कुछ नहीं. That is what we have to follow. ये आता नहीं है पूरा, ये अगर ये आ जाए तो हमारा अच्छा भक्ति इंप्रूव होता है.
Yeah, that's why it is important that we appreciate in our heart to heart, find out the good qualities and glorify the Guru and all. Right? Like yesterday, I was talking with this one devotee had come from Chowpatty, from the Mahakumbh. They were doing service with about Mahakumbh with Gaurang Prabhu. And then this devotee was, I know that devotee, very famous devotee and all. I paid obeisances and we discussed, and he gave some prasadam. Oh, I knew you, but what is your name? And he was asking me. I said, yes, I was knowing your name. Always it would come, Gaurang Prabhu would say your name, but I was not knowing you are this person. And when we were discussing about Gaurang Prabhu, how nicely he is serving, and we were appreciating Gaurang Prabhu a lot. And he was telling certain good qualities, and we were discussing on that. So the point is, he is serving Gaurang Prabhu, but his mouth is so filled with appreciation for Gaurang Prabhu, right? And I was so happy to hear the good qualities of Gaurang Prabhu, and when he was telling, and it was certain qualities which I was telling him some things that, Gaurang Prabhu would always refer your name. When he said, no, in Mahakumbh he didn't refer my name. There is a reason why he didn't refer my name in Mahakumbh. And then he was telling about I said, yeah, I have also seen that Prabhu is very nice and all. So we must, in our discussions, we must always appreciate. Like, Gaurang Prabhu may not know that both of us discuss like this, right? And whole life he may not know, right? But when two devotees come together, what they are discussing about the third devotee is what is important, right? And it's not necessary that he has to be a person like Gaurang Prabhu, then only you can appreciate. You can appreciate anyone, right? This person is serving with Gaurang Prabhu, he appreciated Gaurang Prabhu. And I came to know some good qualities of Gaurang Prabhu. So it is important that when two devotees come together, what is the subject matter of discussion? The subject matter was not Mahakumbh mein kitne log aaye. Subject matter was not that, how many plates of prasadam gaya. Subject matter is who were serving in Mahakumbh, what were the glories of that people who were serving. Because all of us have no reason other than doing some service going to Mahakumbh. We were discussing. So the point is, if we are not feeling that Guru is the representative, we find out with devotees who have understood that yes, he is representative, or they are convinced, talk with them, hear some good qualities, then we will get conviction. So our subject matter in our mutual interactions with devotees should be focused on appreciating devotees, finding the good qualities in devotees, and trying to imbibe those good qualities. Like this devotee was telling that I have seen Gauranga Prabhu when he may be very, very wanting to do things and all, but when it comes to system and following the GBCs and following the Guru Parampara, though he has evolved on a spiritual level very high and advanced on a managerial level also, and he has got so much of success, but he will never ever budge an inch from not following the spiritual authorities and institutional rules and regulations and all systems. So he was glorifying like this, and I was also adding some points. So point is, what I'm telling, that if we are not able to see the good qualities in Guru, are we ready to take some time, find out some time who is able to see some good qualities, talk with him and get some conviction, right? And it's not just about Guru, it's a tendency. It's a tendency. What we are discussing when we come together, it's important. It's a tendency. It's not just, the subject matter is not just Guru. Okay, maybe current subject matter because of Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter talks about that, that we are discussing. But the subject matter is respecting a Vaishnava, discussing the good qualities of a Vaishnava, understanding that sadhus are representative of Krishna. Among the sadhus, Guru is a special representative. But Vaishnavas bring Krishna. Who brought Narayan in the life of Ajamil? Vishnu Dutas. Right? It's the Vishnu Dutas who came and brought Vishnu in the life of, that's why they're called Vishnu Duta. Duta means messenger. Who brings Vishnu in our life is Vishnu Dut. So Vaishnavas are like Vishnu Dut. And Guru is one of the chosen person within that, whom we appoint or whom we recruit, that he will be you will be the representative of all the Vishnu Dutas. So we must appreciate the Vaishnavas, we must glorify the Vaishnavas, and it's not just Guru is representative, the sadhus are representative, and Guru is the representative because we cannot follow all the sadhus, we'll get mad, we'll get confused. So we recruit one person whom we can follow heart to heart. So if we are taking casually, then we need to see why we are taking casually, find out who is taking seriously, right? Some devotees would be taking seriously. And another problem is what this Krishna Bihari Prabhu is telling. We take Guru as an ordinary person because we see a Guru is also having a material body, he also becomes sick. So then he is also an ordinary person. Just because he is becoming sick, doesn't mean that he is an ordinary person, right? He may become sick, or he may be also having a material body like us, but he is not an ordinary person. He is empowered by the Paramatma. Okay? And otherwise we lose the opportunity. What is going to happen is that a person may come in our life and we may not take advantage of his association, and he will leave. Everything is in this world, no one is going to stay with us. Like all of you, imagine you don't take advantage of ISKCON, you don't take advantage of Guru, you don't take advantage of the sadhus, the platform ISKCON is providing. Either you will leave, you will die, or the person who are interacting with you, Vaishnavas or Guru, they will leave, they will go, someone will go back to Godhead, some will go to the next life. If they're not perfect, and they will go, and you will also go. So finished. So how you take advantage of the situation, opportunity, that is your point. So we must take advantage. We should understand, now is the opportunity for me. Okay. So if we appreciate more and more and hear more and more appreciation, we will understand his representative of God. If we don't appreciate, and don't hear appreciations regularly will not understand that he is representative of God. Okay, the tendency of material mind is to think he's just a normal person, ordinary person. We appreciate, we hear appreciation, we find out your person who interacted, we find out, okay, you interacted, what did you interact, what did he say, what did you understand from that interaction? That should be subject matter of our discussion. Okay, you interacted, what did he say, what did you understand, right? Like this person was telling something about some incident that happened, and he was trying to analyze, because Gauranga Prabhu is his like guru, right? He was trying to analyze, oh, this happened and I was feeling so happy and I was very inspired, and what lessons I learned from his behavior, what he was telling. So this is the discussion, this is the right attitude, and I was feeling very happy that this person is having the right attitude to serve someone, right? He took some incident that happened and he spoke me that incident, and he appreciated Gauranga Prabhu, and he also derived some personal lessons in his life from that incident. So that discussion should happen. Imagine you are discussing with XYZ person. Okay, so that XYZ person has interacted with Guru or some disciple or some devotee or some other person. So he says, oh, you know, this interaction happened and I was so happy and I learned this personal lesson. I appreciated him and I learned this personal lesson. I will apply this. So you hear it. Okay. Then you have to little bit get rid of your attachment to Bollywood, and the discussions has to become spiritual, and more the discussions with the other devotees is based on appreciation of other devotees, and not just appreciation. Like this devotee which I said was not just appreciating Gauranga Prabhu, he was also taking out, analyzing and deriving lessons and trying to implement in his own personal life. You understanding? So sometimes we must just appreciate, oh, my Guru is great. No, my Guru is great. So what lessons I can learn from his greatness? Okay. So that was just yesterday only in the evening. They just came and I was just leaving after the meeting, just entering the car. Okay, yes, next, Udharan Krishna.
Prabhu, my question is like, you said that a disciple has to go and ask questions to Guru, and based on the maturity of the relationship, the Guru reveals what needs to be improved. But is this the only stage, or sometimes it also comes that Guru automatically, Guru, rather than asking Guru gives the improvement things to the disciple, the relationship become mature at that particular time, that we don't have to just go and ask, because sometimes we might not know what is wrong with us. Sometimes we are considering that it is right. But is it some stage comes at particular maturity that Guru automatically tells us, okay, this is where you are doing wrong, this is how you have to improve?
But one thing is, I'm telling you, it may happen in the beginning. In the beginning of our relationship, it may happen that the Guru comes and to us and all. But as we practice and go ahead, it is we have to approach the Guru. Right? In the beginning, the Guru may run behind the student because the student is new. As the student becomes old, the student has to run behind the teacher. Tell me what to do now, what to do next, and all, what all things are happening and everything. So in the beginning, it may be correct, yes. But after some time, after we have spent 5, 6, 7 years, the Guru also feels I should not do Vaishnava Aparadh, right? Because we have already become a Vaishnava. So we have become a seasoned Vaishnava, started putting tilak, maybe got initiated and all. The Guru also feels that why I should unnecessarily get Vaishnava Aparadh, you know. But if someone asks that please tell me how I can improve, then if I correct something, then it is not Aparadh. But if I go and tell him, oh, you have to improve, you have to improve. So after some years, after we have got initiated and after we have spent a good amount of time in Krishna consciousness, the Guru also feels little hesitant to unnecessarily disturb the person beyond his permission, because it may become, the person may become little upset. why he is telling like this, and you may get aparad. Why the guru will get aparad? It's not that the disciple gets aparad to guru. Guru also can do this aparad to guru. Vaishnava aparad, everyone is a Vaishnava. The guru is also a Vaishnava. The Sisya is also a Vaishnava now. So why unnecessarily the guru will unnecessarily get into trouble? Why you stay in your life? I am happy in my life. So the guru takes that position after certain years the disciple has spent. Okay. But if we are sincere, then he may speak. Is this clear?
Yes, Prabhu. But does it happen like, for example, disciple also doesn't know where to improve, and guru is also hesitant to tell the disciple?
Yeah,
so
it also 80% of the situation happens like that only. 80% of the situation happens that the guru is hesitant to speak and the disciple is ignorant to understand. And it goes on, maybe for 1 life, 2 life, 3 life, 4 life. Right? But if you want to this life only go back to Godhead, then there is a lot to do. Almost 80-85%. Most of the time it happens like that only. The disciple is ignorant about what to do, and guru is hesitant because what happens in ISKCON is that initiation and certain things, a person goes ahead and then the person may not have, the guru may be very hesitant because what to do, shall I tell, not tell. So most of the time this only happens, and then the disciples progress is, or sometimes it also happens that the guru has no time, and sometimes it will happen guru has time but the disciple has no time to ask anything. He is busy in his own. ठीक है, कुछ सेवा मिल गया, कर लिया मैं. He is not interested in taking guidance in his personal life from the guru. He is more interested in doing some service to the guru and is happy with it. He is not more interested in taking some guidance in his personal life about his personal improvements in his chanting, reading, hearing and all those things. He may be more interested in dealing with guru in an institutional level. You are understanding, na? Institution has given me a guru and I would like to serve the institution through this guru. Finished. He may not deal with him on a very personal level, that how I can go back to Godhead. This is a person. So the relationship with spiritual master may become very institutionalized, and it may lack that personal touch and how I can. So that also can be possibly happen, and it happens in ISKCON. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Poonam Mataji ki jai. Boliye. Last.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I'm not able to take criticism or feedback very nicely. So I'm scared that Jivatma, how they will manage in spiritual world if they are not able to take criticism here. That time I'm very emotional about it. Next day then I'm okay and I think logically. But how to work on that?
So you're not able to take feedback positively. So how to? So it's natural that someone gives feedback or something, we become emotional about it, right? And it's good that we become emotional. That emotions will help us to do something about the feedback. If you don't feel bad with the feedback, then how we will go ahead? So you don't have to think that you get a feedback and you don't feel bad. You're going to feel bad, then you are going to take it seriously. So that means abhi bhi aapka hope hai that you will change. If someone feels bad about the feedback, then there is hope that he will change. If it doesn't feel bad only, then there is no hope. वो ढीठ बन गया. ढीठ समझ रहे हैं ना? He is like जो भी माडुआ बोलते हैं ओडिया में. How many of you ओडिया here? हाँ? माडुआ बोलते हैं. In Odisha they say माडुआ means what? वो इतना मार खाया पीठ में तो उसका पीठ पूरा टर्टल की तरह, कुर्म की तरह हो जाता है. उसको बोलते हैं माडुआ. मार खा खा के पीठ उसका पूरा टर्टल मतलब कुर्म की तरह, टॉर्टाइस की तरह हो जाता है, हार्ड, एंड उसको मारने से उसको लगता ही नहीं, ठीक है, मारो और मारो. So we should not become that, one day will come when we get feedback, we are like turtle. ठीक है, तुम बोलो, मैं भी सुन लिया, हो गया, खत्म, बोलते रहो. We should feel bad because they feedback. So, but what we do after feeling bad is more important. So, if you're not feeling bad, then there is a big problem. If you're feeling bad, it's good. That means we still have hope that we'll improve, because it pinches us, it pinches our heart, then it will force us to think. As you said, the next day I think, good. Because it pinched you the other day, that's why next day you'll think. Because if it didn't pinch you, then you're not going to think. Imagine someone beats us. It pinches us and is bleeding, then we'll put some antiseptic. But imagine it's not pinching only, and the blood is going and it's not paining only, so we are not going to act on it. So feedback should pinch our heart, pinch our mind. That's why it is feedback. And more it pinches our mind. It will help us to think logically, right? But it's if we are becoming inimical to the spiritual master or teacher, why he gave feedback, why he spoke like this, and we cannot take feedback from everyone. That's also there. And that's why we should, if someone gives us feedback and we feel that he's not the right person to me to give feedback, he's not my spiritual master or on, so we can humbly say, okay, look, I do not have that much respect in my heart for you. The feedback may be right, but you are not the right person to give me, right? So you please go to the right person, go to my guru, and if he gives, maybe I'll be able to accept. So we should be honest. We do not have to live a very artificial life with people. Like I have certain people from whom I can take feedback. If someone else gives feedback, I'll tell, go and talk with this person, give him feedback, and I will have a discussion with him. Okay, such and person, I will tell, okay, you go and to maybe Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj, you may go to Radheshyam Prabhu, you go and give him feedback, and I'll have a discussion with him. Because that feedback has come from someone else, I'll discuss with him, sit down with him. And if he says, okay, nahi, I think you need to improve. Like so many people may say so many things about me. Then ultimately, if it goes to Radheshyam Prabhu or my Gurudev or Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj, we can discuss. I'm ready to discuss. So similarly, we should be very open. If someone gives us feedback and he is not the right person to you to give feedback, right? Because if we start taking feedbacks from everyone, we'll get mad also, right? We'll get mad. So we cannot take feedback from everyone. We appoint someone to take feedback. And we tell honestly to that person, Baba, if you are wanting to give me feedback and if you want that I work on the feedback, go to my guru, speak that feedback. I'll have a word with him, we'll discuss together, and he will report back to you what is the end result of the discussion. Okay? If my guru says, yes, this feedback is worth it, you need to work, I'll work. The guru may say, no, this feedback is not worth it, no need to work. Or the guru may say, some part of it is true, some part of it is colored. So accordingly, we'll focus. But if we start taking feedback from everyone, we'll be very miserable in life, right? And others in India, we see that everyone wants to give feedback. Everyone is a suggestion giver. ऐसे कर सकते हैं, वैसे कर सकते हैं. Like one person came to temple and said, ये गायों का जो मिट्टी है वो अच्छा नहीं है, मिट्टी बदलना पड़ेगा. मैं बोला कितना आप डोनेशन देंगे मिट्टी बदलने के लिए? आप डोनेशन दीजिए. तुरंत वो चला गया. That person, that lady, all दिखाई नहीं दिया, खिचड़ी खा के went only. So people have lot of this can happen, that can happen. I've seen people, दासोस्मी family में ऐसे होना चाहिए, वैसे होना चाहिए. अरे so many, इससे होना चाहिए, वैसे होना चाहिए. So I tell, okay, you go and tell कैसे होना चाहिए to my spiritual master. We'll sit, talk with him. डिस्कस क्या होना चाहिए, क्या नहीं होना चाहिए, क्या हो रहा है, because everything what is done has a purpose, has a reason. Now why I will waste my time explaining that reason to that person? Let him go. If my spiritual master, at least because of that I'll get an interaction with my spiritual master. I should consider myself fortunate. If someone gives some feedback about me to my spiritual master, I should be very fortunate. अच्छा हुआ उसके बहाने मिलना तो हो गया, नहीं तो my spiritual master is so busy getting an audience about him, you know. He will, and if he thinks it is worth it, then he will have an audience. Otherwise, he will say, "अरे time waste नहीं करेंगे उसके साथ वो." है कि नहीं? हाँ? Imagine someone gives a feedback to Radhanath Maharaj. Very nice. इस बहाने महाराज से मैं तो बोल ही रहा हूँ, फीडबैक दो भाई मिल लूँ मैं तो बोल ही रहा हूँ, फीडबैक दो राधेश्याम प्रभु को, इतना फीडबैक दो को आ जाए मेरे को पीटने के लिए इधर अच्छा इस बहाने मार तो पड़ जाएगा मेरे को. हाँ, मैं तो बोल ही रहा हूँ, भक्ति रसामृत महाराज we have been calling him, आ जाओ कलकत्ता. If some devotee gives feedback to him that makes Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj come to Calcutta, and it is amazing. What more has to be done? So we should not take feedbacks from everyone. Neither we should reject feedbacks from everyone. We should just tell, okay, okay, I have appointed someone in my life to take feedback. You go to him and we'll discuss and we'll get back to you. If it is worth it, if it is really going to improve my life, why not? Right? So this is a more sensible approach towards feedbacks in life. Right? But even if that happens, then also it will pinch you. कि अरे ऐसे डिवोटी ने बोल दिया, ठीक है, बोल दिया, सच है झूठ है जो भी है, बोल दिया. So many people have spoken so many things about me, so many things, outside, inside, क्या, they have their own perception, what we can do, right? And sometimes they may go to my spiritual master and discuss, sometimes may not go. They may just keep it in their heart, as Sri Nitai is like this, that is that. What can be done? Whoever is thinking, what he is thinking, what power we have on, what influence we have on someone else's thinking. We, as you said, we do not have influence on our own mind only. What influence we have on others' mind? So we should appoint someone to take feedback from, and that person we should discuss openly that okay, this feedback has come, what is the situation and all, and let that person deal with that, your guru. Okay? But if a guru is giving feedback, we should take it seriously. Sometimes when guru gives feedback, we should take it seriously. We discuss, we analyze, we come back and clarify, report. It's important because it's serious now. Right? Okay? But if someone gives feedback and we should understand it is as Krishna's intervention in our life. Krishna is intervening in our life. We should be becoming snigdhasya sisya, malleable devotees. We should be ready to malleable, mold ourselves. ठीक है, जो भी है, मेरे को लग रहा है ये ठीक नहीं है, फिर भी गुरु की प्रसन्नता के लिए, वैष्णव की प्रसन्नता कर लेता हूँ मैं. ठीक है. You know, you become humble, ultimately you are going to get benefited. Even if you are wrong and becoming humble. And even if you are right and you become proud, you are not going to advance. You are understanding this point, what I said? Let us say you are wrong. Some other person is accusing you and of wrong things. And you become humble and you accepted it. Like I remember in 4 or 5 years before, some devotees had given so much of accusation about me and it was completely wrong, fully colored. I said, okay, yes. Now I accepted it humbly. ठीक है, ये सही है, जो वो बोल रहा है सही है. Now I will advance ना, because I humbly accepted it. But imagine I am right and I become proud of my right, I will not advance. So that is why humility is the best course of action. If you really want to advance in life, become humble. Okay, someone is telling something, ठीक है, tell भाई, लिख लो. Ultimately अपना शरीर को ही बोलेगा, मैं शरीर ही नहीं हूँ. Ultimately किसको बोलेगा? Either ग्रॉस बॉडी को बोलेगा, सटल बॉडी को बोलेगा? ग्रॉस बॉडी को बोलेगा देखो कितना पतला है, कैसे बात करता है, कैसे चलता है, कैसे ये करता है, यही फीडबैक देगा। या फिर सटल बॉडी को देगा, बोलेगा प्रभु जी का पर्सनालिटी अच्छा नहीं है, चिड़चिड़ा है, गाली मार देते हैं, गुस्सा हो जाते हैं, ये हो जाता है, वो हो जाता है, सटल बॉडी को देगा। अरे दोनों ही मैं नहीं हूँ, आई एम नीदर माई ग्रॉस बॉडी नॉर माई सटल बॉडी, कितना क्या चिंता करना। बट इफ द गुरु सेज कि नहीं नहीं, यू हैव टू इम्प्रूव, ठीक है, फॉलो। ओके, हरे कृष्णा। I understand it is difficult, but it should pinch. If it is pinching, you have still hope in life that you will improve. You are not Maduva. Maduva means you are not, your back has not become like a turtle, tortoise. You are still, you can accept the beatings. Okay? Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय। हरे कृष्ण, हरे कृष्ण।